It is officially sweater weather, which means that it is also chai weather. Chai is one of my very favorite things. It is actually very easy to make your own and to can it so that it is shelf stable and super giftable. And this also is one of those things that kind of flies under the radar that is actually a really powerful herbal remedy, perfect for the cold months of fall, winter, and even early spring. And if you want the full written directions and more deep dive into the medicinal properties of each of these herbs, you can grab that with the link in this video's description. So what do you need to make this amazing chai at home? Cardamom pods. These are amazing. They are a great little digestive aid. They can kind of help clear your lungs, and it has that really classic chai flavor. Cinnamon sticks, whole cinnamon sticks, or you could use cinnamon chips. That works great. It's a very warming, cozy spice. We've got some black pepper. This really helps to bring it all together, and black pepper can also help to increase the bioavailability of other herbs and spices. We've got some ginger, famously great for digestive and a very warming herb as well. We've got some orange. You could use just the citrus rind if you want. I've got some whole slices, so I'm using that today. It just really brightens it a lot. We've got some cloves. These are mildly anesthetic and they're super warming, a great cozy herb. Some Chinese licorice root. This is a sweet herb, very sweet, and it kind of helps to harmonize the whole blend. It's very good for your respiratory, for sore throat. So that's a wonderful addition here. And we've got some astragalus root. Astragalus is one of my favorite herbs. It is an adaptogen, and it really does, for me at least, I really feel the benefits when I use astragalus long term, just for my general peace, good sleep, overall balance. So I love astragalus a lot. We're using black tea. You could also sub this out for a caffeine-free option if you really want a little bit of salt. Everything needs a little bit of salt. It brings everything together. It balances and adds a little bit of minerals. Some kind of sweetener. I'm using an organic cane sugar today, but you could use whatever natural sweetener you want, really. You could do maple syrup, honey, coconut sugar, whatever floats your boat. And you can also really feel free to scale this up or down based on your personal preferences. So those are all of the ingredients that we're using today. If you want a full breakdown of exactly how much of everything, directions, canning instructions, deeper dive into the medicinal profiles of each one of these herbs, you can grab that with a link in this video's description. We've got a pot with about a gallon of good drinking water in here, and we're going to add everything except for the tea and the sugar all at once. And we're just gonna pop this on the stove, get it up to a simmer, and let it sit with the lid on for about an hour. While we are waiting for that to simmer, I wanna take just a second to share with you guys about Azure Standard, who has partnered with me on this video. I have always been a big fan of Azure. I grew up on their products, and I got everything in this recipe from Azure, except for the astragalus root. I already had some of that on hand. They have a great selection of whole foods, bulk items, herbs, and spices, and I do a ton of my shopping with them every month. If you are curious about Azure and you want to check it out, use the link in this video's description. And if you are a first-time Azure customer, you can use the code PATIENCE15 to get 15% off your first order. So now your whole house smells like Christmas magic, and it's time to add the sugar and the tea. Now we give this just 5 or 10 minutes to steep with the tea, because black tea will get really bitter if you let it steep for too long. So just about 5 or 10 minutes, then we're gonna get on to the next step. All right, we just need to get this into our jars. I try to scoop out a lot of the big chunks that would be real splash hazards while I'm pouring, and then I can kind of just lift it up and pour out of the pot. And I like to save this and not toss it in the compost quite yet, because it still has a lot of aroma left. It'll still make a really nice simmer pot for quite a while. And we're going for about 1/2 to 1/4 inch headspace if you're gonna can it. So this came out to be just about 2 quarts, 3 pints, and a little bit extra, which is okay, because I planned to go ahead and leave a little bit out for me to enjoy right now anyway. So we're gonna set this one aside for current enjoyment, and we're gonna get these canned. Just like water bath canning, literally anything else, you're just gonna wipe off the rims, put on the lids, rings to fingertip tight, pop them in the canner for about 15 minutes. That's it. And that's it. These are gonna store in the pantry for a year or so, as canned goods do. All that you gotta do is let it cool down to room temperature before you take the bands off. Make sure the seals are good. And then you can also gift wrap them. It's super easy to gift wrap a mason jar, put a little piece of fabric or a ribbon on top, and it makes such a cute, sweet, thoughtful homemade gift. All right, so it's time to go ahead and mix up a little bit of a chai beverage to enjoy. You can use regular milk. You can use milk substitute of your choice. You need some of your chai concentrate, obviously. You can do this hot, you can do it iced, you can do it room temperature, whatever floats your boat. The general rule of thumb here is going to be about 1 part of chai to 3 to 4 parts of milk of your choice. It's very to taste, whatever you like. Chai is so cozy. It has all of these warming, comforting, slightly stimulating qualities to it from the herbs, so it really does feel like a hug from the inside out. It is such a cozy beverage, honestly any time of year, but I especially love it during the fall, winter, and early spring months, when all of these herbs really help your body to deal with the naturally cold and damp weather. So that's the whole process, start to finish, and even canned and shelf stable. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and give it a try yourselves. If you do, don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and I'll see you guys next time.